Hey friends, I am so happy to share this recipe with y'all because guess what? It's so hot already here in Savannah, and this is a no-cook dip. So I'm thrilled to share it with you. I am going to share with y'all the crab dip that was in my very first cookbook, and lady Rosemary Lee shared her recipe with me for my very first cookbook. When the local ladies would come in the restaurant, I would tell them I'm fixing to write a cookbook. Do you have a recipe that you'd like to put in the book? So I was able to give them credit for it, and I just love doing that. So this is Rosemary Lee's recipe. And you will find that there's 100 recipes for crab dip, but this one is just quick, easy, and delicious. All right, now the first thing you want to do is pick your crab. Make sure it's free of shells, because even the best picker out there is gonna miss a shell or two. So I'll tell you the easiest way to do it, which I usually don't, but it's so easy to, there's a shell right there. See that little piece of shell? Well, where'd it go? Where'd it go? I've already lost it. I wouldn't make a good picker because I about can't see anyway. But the easiest way to pick out your shells is to spread your crab meat out on a cookie sheet like this. All right, Gus, y'all be quiet. It's his birthday today, y'all, and he's kind of been excited. A little high-strung today. And he knows his papa's out there in the hot tub, and that's where he wants to be too. Because he just told me a while ago it was his birthday. Why isn't he in the hot tub? So the easiest way, now there's that shell I found, see? So anyway, back to the easiest way. I'll do this too, because if I hear them clink, but you can spread this crab meat out onto a cookie sheet, put it in the oven, and any of the shell, if there's any shell in there, it will turn a bright pink. And you can just pick them right out. See that little tiny piece of shell right there? It would be almost impossible to pick crab and not have some little piece of shell in it. And to me, it's not the end of the world, but some people just don't like it. Okay, I think I see one more little piece, yes. Right there. And I'll show that to you. See it? That was a pretty big piece of shell they left. So anyway, put this in the oven for just 2 or 3 minutes, and the shells will turn pink. And you can just pick them right out. You can see them so much better. All right, we're gonna leave our crab meat. I'll tell you who can pick crab, and that's Michael Groover. I'll tell y'all a quick little story. The second time I was ever around Michael, it was when I lived next door to him, and we met each other in the yard. But he called me and he said, Hank and I just went crabbing, and we're fixing to cook crab. Would you like some? And I said, well, I'd been out on the boat with him one time, and I thought, you know, I think he's a pretty nice guy. So I said, yes. And anytime you can get fresh crab right out of the water, you know, you're gonna go for it. So I went over, and that man picked every piece of crab meat and put it in my mouth. I said, I might like this man a lot. He was feeding me like I was a little baby bird sitting there. And I'll never forget that day. I just thought it was so special. And here off of our dock, the crabs are starting to come in now. And every scrap of food that we have, y'all, we take it out to the dock and we throw it where we go crabbing. So I told Michael, I said, there's gonna be some crabs that big out there. They're gonna look like Dungeness crab, because they've been eating pot roast, short ribs, meatloaf. They've been eating good. All right, so we're just gonna mix this stuff together. This is how quick it is. I don't know what that is, but I think it's a piece of crab, yeah. All right, so I'm using 1 cup, is it 1 cup? Yeah, 1 cup of mayonnaise, 1 tablespoon of horseradish, 1.5 cups of cheddar cheese, a dash of lemon juice. That's more than a dash. 2 dashes. And a dash of hot sauce. Now Michael can eat things so hot, but I can't. And a dash of Worcestershire. Now that was a dash, wasn't it? So we want to mix all this together real good. And we're going to add our crab at the very last, because you want to just fold that crab meat into your wet ingredients so you won't break it up. Because if you just put it in there and just stir all this together, your crab meat is going to be so broken up, you're not even going to realize that you're eating crab. So I'm just going to very gently fold this in. Just toss it together until all your crab meat is coated. One day I want to share with y'all, it's taken me a long time. I've been here in Savannah now a little over 30 years. And I wanted to make some good devil crab, because I saved the shells from my crab, and then I like putting my devil crab back into the real shell. So, Nope, it was not. So I had never tasted anybody's devil crab that I liked, except one place here in town that we very seldom went to. But I found out they had cooked theirs in the microwave. But so anyway, I set out to make the best devil crab that I thought was the very best. And I did it. I finally got around to one that I was happy with. So I'll share that with y'all one day, because it's not hard and it's so beautiful when you put it back in its natural house. Can you believe how easy? Y'all come dig in. Teresa, you don't want it? Oh,
I'll come get one.
I'm having trouble getting that on the... What, to be a no cook? But you know what? You could easily bake this. if you want to serve it hot.
The longer it sits too, the better it gets.
Yeah, these flavors didn't have a chance to marry. So, and naturally you would salt and pepper this a little bit, but you wouldn't want to go heavy with the salt because remember, this shellfish lives in salt water, so have to be very careful with your salt when you're pulling them out of salt water. And that's it for the easy crab dip. Thank you, Rosalie.